almost like you're resetting your, well, we'd like to call them the Musk bots, but they're legitimately just a robotic blow-up doll. So, if those are not working for you and there is a hang-up or a glitch... Hey! See, I talk about blow-up dolls and it just comes back.
Magic!
Right? There's no Musk too tough.
Hey guys, we're live. We gotta repeat some things, but we're live. Apparently, Joe is having a lot of problems with mics this week.
That happens.
Yeah, so don't drop the mic.
Oh.
Drop the names.
So, hey everyone, I'm Joe.
I'm Eric.
And I'm James, JD the Third, and a fast typer.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, this week Matt will not be joining us. He actually won't be joining us any longer due to some unforeseen circumstances. We wish him the best of luck, and hopefully in the future we can have him back as a guest host.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But how was your all's week?
Pretty much. I worked a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I did some streaming on Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Which I saw.
Yeah. And like we just had issues with mics, I had an issue with turning on my mic.
Probably had something to do with you trying to fix the mic on the stream for the Battlefront.
Probably.
But, we'll figure this out.
Exactly.
So, in playing your streaming and stuff, did you ever figure out who shot first?
Boba Fett.
Damn right.
He shot me right out of the fucking air.
It's because you're no good to him dead.
Fucking
wounded.
pirate.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, gravity, I think, did the rest. But
yeah, right. So my week, like I was going to say, is that I did have some issue today at work because I felt there were some things that happened as far as my counterparts, coworkers. There were some things that happened. One of our fans on the show, he's my supervisor, also named Joe. He actually had to go to the hospital. Oh. Because he actually had, I don't know all of the details, but the doctor at the hospital has actually put him on bed rest. He had went to the hospital yesterday. He got there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He was not seen until 11 o'clock at night. He did not go back and see the doctor until 3 o'clock in the morning when he was slated in to be in today at 8 o'clock. So, needless to say, he was put on bed rest and couldn't come in. My other coworker actually had appointments today also at the hospital, or just in general, so he couldn't be there. He did come in from 6 a.m. to 10, but then after that, I got the fun-filled joy of working by myself until one of the most recent people that have come in that are still, fairly new, still training, helped me out from about 12:30 till 2 o'clock when I left. I was not shy about saying that I might potentially job abandonment and leave the premises if people's attitudes were not going to improve. That did not happen. I was able to clock out. And I will be able to return to work Monday with no other happenings. The good part about that, or just the working week in general, is I'm really trying to... this year, I'm really trying to watch a horror movie a day for each day of October. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, I want to say that October 1st was last Saturday, and I didn't really get a chance because my friend actually had a birthday, so I went out with him. And Sunday, October 2nd, I had the double up. So, I have had to do that. But some of the movies, just kind of throw out there, some of the movies I've checked out. I checked out the Rob Zombie's Monsters.
Yeah. How was it?
Way bad. If you're a fan of the Munsters and you were a fan of the old TV series, just hold that in high regard. If you ever have like nostalgia hits you and you're like, I want to watch the monsters, go back and watch the black and white version on the TV or the TV series. Do not watch Rob Zombie's Monsters. I am a fan of Rob Zombie movies, but this one is just, it was horrible. Another movie that I watched, because being that it's the beginning of October and I have an extreme fear for them, I watched Arachnophobia to get it out of the way. So I don't have to worry about that. Tucker versus Dale. Or Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I checked that out. A Snoop Dogg movie called Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not opposed to urban horror or just shitty horror in general. But I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get a list of movies. I need to write down what is easier to kind of pick in streaming, because I've found myself on Tubi going through almost 800 horror movies and not being able to pick one to watch. Out of 800 movies, I cannot make my decision. So I need to kind of go ahead and throw that out there so it's easier. I did watch Ginger Snaps 2 because I hadn't seen it in so long that I'd kind of forgotten the whole basis of it. One of the best transformation werewolf movies. So
I'll have to look that one again. It's been a while, wasn't it?
I mean, there's a trilogy. It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
There's Ginger Snaps 1, 2, and then the beginning where it was a prequel where they go back in Pilgrim Age.
I'll have to look this one up again.
Yeah.
But I know in my head still probably the best wolf transformation in a movie is still An American Werewolf in London.
Oh, God, yes.
So good.
Yes. David Nottington. Yes. I've actually got to meet him and ask him about that, being like, how's your nose feel? He just kind of looked at me. He's like, it was
your legs feel?
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
I kind of were those really Nazi werewolves? But I will sit there and I will probably kind of throw one out there that I believe everyone who is just a fan of Halloween have seen once in their life. I will probably watch this movie because Hocus Pocus 2 was not one that I really, immediately jumped on the bandwagon and wanted to watch. I will see it. I didn't jump to it. But Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh,
I do want to watch that. It's a tradition,
yes,
that I have to watch every October.
That was one of my traditions, is watching that and the original Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to watch this. I still haven't watched the sequel.
Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town.
Oh my gosh, that's another one. Jeez.
Hey, this is why this is my favorite time of year.
There's so much I need to sit down and watch.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh God, yes.
And
even though most people look at that as a Christmas film.
Right. It's kind of both.
I still say, on the gaming side of things, we need to do a night of doing a horror game or something.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking of doing is one called Phasmophobia.
Yes.
So basically, if you want to see that, it's us playing ghost hunters, and we're trying to solve what this ghost is, so we get paid.
Nice.
But in the process, not dying from said ghost. But
okay.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Can I whisper at the ghost?
Oh yeah, you can curse out the ghost if you want.
I just want to whisper it so I can be the ghost whisperer.
I knew that was where that was going. I just want to be like being not a fan, but watching the Ghost Hunters TV series.
Oh God.
Yeah, I want to be Zach Baggins. Where I get so scared that it blinds me.
You mean Bilbo Baggins? You
No.
want to be Bilbo Baggins?
No.
Wow. Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm going to invite you over for a little watch of the trilogy.
No.
But I'm going to the Star Wars trilogy.
Oh, okay.
But then I'm going to switch it out midway through.
No.
You know what makes it really bad now? We can do it in chronological order now. We can sit down and watch all the Rings of Power, and then we get to the already 12 to 13 hour Lord of the Rings marathon with The Hobbit, director's cuts, of course, extended editions.
Right.
You know what I really want to watch? I want to watch the Lord of the Rings Olympics. Because they did a lot of walking in that.
Oh, I know.
No, right? But anyways, that is my week and hopefully my plans for the month. JD, what do you got for us? What was your week like?
So my week was interesting. That's the best I can really go off and say. But other than some stuff at work, lots of stuff at work.
Yeah, lots and lots of stuff at work.
Yeah, and some stuff that happened outside of work, but I'm...
yeah, we'll skip over that.
Yeah. No, I did some more walking. I finished another walk. So I did the...
He finished the movie about walking.
Oh, I did that a while back.
Yeah.
I experienced it. I went through it. But I finished the Ireland walk last week. But no, I went from Ireland and now I'm doing the British walk. Not the walk, not the silly dance walk, but we
looking down to... No, I was kidding.
But it's fun, and I get to finally take a week off this next week. Get to relax. But I'm hoping... we got a lot of stuff to talk about, though, this week, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've kind of got to catch up.
That's like one thing I want to talk about real bad is something that dropped on Thursday. That was really good, but we'll get to that.
Right. Well, I was going to say, like, when you were saying about your walking, or we'll call them your travels. We will call them your multilingual travels.
Yes.
Because you've already walked the entire landscape of Ireland.
Yes.
Now you're moving on to Great Britain.
Mm-hmm. I also did South America. And Germany.
I'm just saying, like, it usually took, explorers and, Christopher Columbus types and everything, like, decades, maybe even longer. It takes JD like less than a week.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He's bionic, people.
So guys, real quick.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
A wizard asked me to proofread one of his scrolls last week. Actually, it was more of a spell check.
I literally will. We have the Podcaster Die Messenger where we all are attached to it. And was it you that actually made the GIF of the dad joke jar?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna go out and get a gigantic jar to put silly ass humor by Joe, and then just put money in it every time. Not a lot, but some. Because that was one of those jokes that you just kind of... That's a Jean-Luc Picard facepalm.
Thanks for telling me this. Wait for next week.
So, I was walking past a farm.
Oh, God.
And a sign said, duck, eggs. I thought, that's an unnecessary comma. And then it hit me.
That one doesn't deserve money.
That one deserves eggs.
Right.
Roll that intro. Okay, JD.
Yes.
This episode was brought to you by Audible. With more than 400,000 audiobooks, there's always something to listen to.
Oh, hi, podcast. While I'm working or throwing football with my best friend on the roof, I like to take time to listen to a good audiobook. This week I listened to The Disaster Artist, written by Greg Sestero, and Tom Bissell, and narrated by Greg Sestero.
You're my favorite customer.
Audible has a great selection of podcasts, theatrical performances, A-list comedy, audiobooks, and Audible originals you won't find anywhere else.
So start your 30-day trial and get your first audiobook for free by going to audibletrials.com/podsquad. Thanks, Audible.
You're tearing me apart.
JD, you did much better with last names than I did last week. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
that hurt listening to. I'm sorry. Whatever you said.
That's okay.
As I sat there and said, "Good job."
Right.
So what's in the movie corner this week?
Streaming and movie corner. What you got for us, Eric?
Well, in the streaming movie corner, it's showing that... Oh, this makes me happy. So happy. Hulu's Hellraiser trailer. Has everybody watched it?
I have not, but I'm not a Hellraiser fan.
I haven't had a chance to. But,
Oh,
no, I watched the trailer.
okay.
The trailer, yeah.
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
didn't seem bad. Definitely, if I remember correctly, because I haven't really seen a Hellraiser movie in a while. The puzzle box,
Yes.
it stayed the box in the original, kind of a box style. It didn't really change amorphously or anything, or was it?
There was ways in the movie that the I guess the final girl, which was the same girl from the first and second movie. Basically, what the puzzle box will do is it will transition and continuously go to open the gates of hell and close them as well. But it also, in the later on movies, because there's Hellraiser like 87, they actually made it into a blade.
Huh.
So where you can actually kind of take it into a sharp triangle and kind of just start shivving people, essentially, or whatever, because they'll tear your soul apart. But I don't know if they're going to continue with that trend or if it was just kind of every director and every script was different for each version of Hellraiser. They didn't really stay, I guess, after the third movie, after Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth, they really kind of, like, the fourth Hellraiser movie was called Bloodline, and it went in space. And we all know that's where horror movies go to die.
Of course.
So,
Hi,
yeah.
Jason.
And Leprechaun. So, yeah, the only one that was safe was Aliens. Or Predator.
That's because you can't destroy what is already out in space.
Yeah, true. But yeah, that's where horror movies go to die. And that's where they sent Pinhead. Because they were like, oh, he's conquered Earth already. He really hadn't. But then they sent him to space. And then everything after that just kind of fell like a lot of people had not seen it. But with Hulu, they are changing essentially the main character.
Yes, they are.
So, and everything that I've read on it and everything that I've looked up on it and researched, if I've seen any kind of promotion for it, people are really psyched and happy to actually give it a chance to check it out.
Well, from the trailer, she didn't seem like, for one, changed the kind of the gender of the character.
Correct.
And again, she seemed like a really good actress for the character.
Right.
And the character look, like I was saying last time we were talking about it from the first picture of her, it kind of was the same facial style of Pinhead, but they kind of changed her outfit.
True. Okay. Yeah.
So it was definitely more based on the fact of like tears in the body and all that stuff. It was more anatomy based. Like she was research, like she went through the stuff to get to where she was, being what she is.
Right.
So I don't know. It looked good, and it looked like a really good Hellraiser movie again.
Yeah, I mean this is one of those things where I will check it out for Halloween for October. That'll be one of the purposes that'll be one of the things I check out. I am one of those fans of the Hellraiser series where Doug Bradley, the guy who played Pinhead for all of the movies except for the last two that have premiered or come out on DVD and Blu-ray. I'm one of those people. It's like Robert Englund and Freddy Krueger. Like, Doug Bradley is the only one I see playing Pinhead. So if they do change the story up and change the character to where it's not Pinhead and it is someone new and everything, great. Then I'll give it a chance and watch it and see what happens. My favorite meme that I have caught on the internet so far is the fact that you have all four of the original people from the original Hellraiser movie. Underneath it, the guys at the drive-thru, he's like, I ordered the Cenobites.
But yeah, Pirate Queen. I was kind of weary about the character change and everything, but after watching the trailer, it's not bad. It's actually really good. Definitely take a look at it.
Yes, it can't be any worse than the Munsters,
and it's on Hulu.
Yes,
so if you already have a Hulu, it's not a bad thing to check it out.
Right.
The advantages of the streaming networks.
Yay!
Yay, monthly.
Well, yeah. So we have that, and the like another thing that was officially announced.
Oh yes,
Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves.
what year is it?
Yeah, right. I mean, they are. I get it. Constantine is based off of a comic book. They are bringing Keanu Reeves back to reprise his role. That's your first that's your first positive. I just hope they do not sit there and try to expose him in a negative light because of how well John Wick has done. So that's why, but like you were saying, what year is it? After nearly 2 decades, Keanu Reeves will return to the role of John Constantine in a sequel to the 2005 cult hit Constantine.
It doesn't. 2005 doesn't.
It really doesn't.
In terms of like years, it's not that long, but it has felt that long.
I don't know.
That's
2005 was yesterday for me.
I'm gonna age myself. That's when I graduated.
It was.
Yeah, right.
That's when I graduated high school.
Oh.
That hurts.
All right. So funny enough, if they've officially announced Constantine 2, I'm kind of wondering if they're going to bring another character back to the franchise.
Oh, what you thinking?
Well, in Constantine, and again, I didn't look at it as 2005 being 2 decades ago. That's ridiculous. But one of the characters that was in the movie was Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, he was.
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh
one of
my
his
gosh.
first movies, yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yep. But the deadline reports that the Warner Brothers has greenlit the Constantine 2, starring Reeves and reteaming him with director Francis Lawrence. Release date is unknown as of now. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Constantine, it was extremely religious, but the funny part about it was there was a lot of actors and actresses in that movie that went on to do some things. One being the funniest character that I really enjoyed, and he didn't have a large part in the movie, was the fact the devil was played by, I can't remember the actor's name right off the top of my head, but he was also in Armageddon. He played the Russian cosmonaut. He was the Russian astronaut that they went
incoming fast ticking as I am looking this up.
Yes, Ben Affleck saved him because he would just think that, being in a space shuttle or a spaceship or whatever like that.
Peter Stormare.
There you go. He would just bang on things with power tools and wrenches and stuff, and it would fix things.
Which Peter Stormare
Which
was
explains NASA to me.
He was also in Fargo.
Yes.
He was also with Keanu and John Wick, too.
Yep. And he was also in a movie with Schwarzenegger called The Last Stand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
God.
He actually played the devil. And he did fairly well because if anybody remembers that correctly, when Keanu Reeves is descending to heaven, the devil's not done with him yet.
Oh, gosh.
So he pulls him back down to earth and takes the black cancer off of his lungs because he was a smoker.
Huh.
And makes him cancer-free, and Constantine is still stuck on Earth. Even though he can do, supernatural shit and go to hell whenever he wants.
Yeah. So one thing as well that might come out of this, the 2 things I'm worried about. 2 things with this. 1, Keanu will not get rid of his John Wick look. And he'll just come in looking like...
I doubt it.
John Wick, basically. Second... and I don't know if I'd be okay with this or not okay with this. Lately, they have been putting Constantine in a lot of animated movies.
Okay, yeah.
And he is, and most people don't know this, part of the DC universe.
Uh-huh.
He's actually used a lot in the more recent Harley Quinn. He was in the Harley Quinn TV series, the little animated one.
Ah, okay, yeah, that got a lot of good marks.
Mm-hmm. They had him, just to give you an idea of how many characters, and again, most people don't really know this, Harley's trying to find Swamp Thing. So she goes to Constantine, because he's a paranormal person.
Right.
So, it's that was the way to get the interrogation, and because, he's weary because she's a villain.
Right.
So he's like, okay, then let's do this. I'll drink you for the information. And I will not spoil that. Look that one up. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say the other character that did not survive the original Constantine, but I thought was kind of weird. He was the lead singer of a very, I guess they were pretty popular back in the 90s, like the mid to late 90s. But it was Gavin Rossdale, who was the lead singer of Bush.
Yep.
And he was also at that time married to Gwen Stefani, which it sucks to know, but he was an established frontman for Bush. Bush is still around, still playing shows and everything, but he eventually became Gwen Stefani's husband. That's all he became. Nobody really talked about Bush anymore. It was just the guy that's married to Gwen Stefani, because she blew up and was very, very successful. But for whatever reason, I don't know why. That couple, when they were married, I guess when they got scripts put in front of them, they were like, here you go, you can be a movie star / front person or whatever. And Gwen Stefani was like, I'll do The Aviator with Leo DiCaprio. That movie sucked. And Gavin Rossdale was like, Constantine, I got this. And then it's just your death scene was just ridiculous in that movie. So, anyways, I enjoyed it because I immediately picked up on who he was. Being an alternative fan from, an alternative music and everything like that from when I was growing up. I was like, oh, I know that dude or whatever. So, that being said, if they can make little Easter eggs and kind of drop hints, because the one part in the movie that I really enjoyed was there was a guy who drank the entire liquor store that he walked into.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But when they found him, there was nothing there. I can't remember how it played out, but he would break bottles or whatever like that.
No, so whenever he drank,
yeah,
it was like there was nothing there. He literally drowned in real life.
That's
in
it.
In his mind, there was nothing actually in the bottles.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so yeah, that was.
So he's just pouring, everyone else is seeing him just pour alcohol down his throat, and he's sitting there like, "There's nothing here."
Right. But that was also one of the tricks that they were playing. There was a trickster that was actually being able to do that. So I'd like to see a lot of that. I would love to see, since Constantine originally happened in 2005, and for the time for them filming the movie about the transitions, about how he would jump into hell and try to help the girl, which I'm trying to remember who the main character was, the main female, as he was trying to help her. It was the first time you ever saw scenes like that, with the way they did it.
Right.
Rachel Weisz, she played Isabel.
Okay, so the same girl that played in The Mummy with Brendan Fraser.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would like to see them with the new technologies that we have in movies now. I would love to sit there and see that. I think it would make Constantine a cooler character.
Right.
Because with technology, you could take an oldie and make him a goodie again. Because it makes me just want to go, wow! Yahoo! Or, I'm sorry, I have to sound more like Star-Lord.
Let's it go?
Yeah, right.
So speaking of that...
Oh, gosh.
Marvelous.
Yeah, marvelous. Mario movie teaser trailer was shown this week.
Yes, it was. Yesterday.
With Jack Black playing Bowser.
Which is just... Mwah, yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I had to pull up the whole cast again.
You said Chris Pratt was playing the voice of Mario. Which
yes.
I'm not fond of.
So... Here's the thing about it. From what I got with the whole thing, if I can judge a little bit in this by, I don't know. It didn't sound good to me. It just was the Chris Pratt voice with a light Brooklyn.
He doesn't really hit me as a mid-30s, early 40s plumber from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I mean, just throwing that out there.
But here's my point with it. And a lot of people are there are actually a few people that are putting this defense down. And I agree with it on one part, that it was not a whole lot of scene with him, not a lot of talking with him. It was technically 2 complete sentences.
Right.
But at the same time, Bowser only had about 2 or 3 things.
Right.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, so there's 2 things. His name is either Kamek or Magic Koopa.
Right.
The wizardy looking
Yeah.
turtle at the beginning there. 1 line. Sounded great.
Right.
That's exactly what I thought that character would sound like.
Exactly.
You
know who nailed Mario?
Oh, gosh. Don't say it.
The original Super Mario Brothers.
Super Show? Or no.
Movie.
Oh, no.
You're literally talking about the detective from Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
Wow.
And I have to bring this out to Jack, or what was it? IGN. IGN actually found 1 sentence in this entire thing to compare characters with it.
Really?
Where it was like, what is this place? Because he says it in the original movie too. What is this place? So they did a comparison of that. IGN kind of is overdoing their comparisons.
Didn't they compare the Super Mario Brothers movie to?
They were trying to compare both of them, and it was just like, you can't really compare that because we have
2 different things.
2 different things in 2 minutes for one of them.
One's a modern animated movie, and the other is a. When was that, Eric? When was that one published?
What, the original Super Mario?
Brothers movie, yeah.
I want to say 92.
Okay, that was an early '90s drug-filled haze.
Hey, they had a gigantic amount of lizards who were, like, policing. Like, they were giant police, or they were Koopa's, like, bodyguards or whatever like that. But they had an entire scene where they were dancing in an elevator. You cannot, like, that's something you can't replicate it.
Right.
You can't make that, like, that was just awesome. That and the fact that Yoshi looked like, before Jurassic Park, Yoshi was the shit.
Right.
Like, he looked like Blue does now in Jurassic World.
And Green Tea Ecstasy. I don't remember seeing.
Peach was not shown. Actually, if you just dig a little deeper online, McDonald's accidentally leaked what she looks like in the animated.
Really?
Because they showed off a bit of their toy line on accident.
Oh.
So if you take a look for it, I don't have that to pull up per se yet, which I could pull it up while we're talking. Joe, you go ahead and pull it up on your screen for Eric to see. But like I said, Chris Pratt is playing Mario. Charlie Day is Luigi.
I was seeing that on your computer and stuff. Like, I like Charlie Day.
I could see him doing Luigi.
Yeah.
If they're going to go by what Nintendo has kind of made Luigi lately, as the ha-ha-ha funny look to him, I think it was IGN is who I saw it on.
I would actually see Charlie Day portraying a better, like, Luigi from Luigi's Mansion.
Well, in that clip, it looked like he was hiding in, like, a haunted mansion.
Okay.
So I guess he's doing his own side story, and his side story is entirely like going to different different parts of the maps. I guess if we're gonna do like this is a Mario map, Mario is just doing his usual thing of going to the Mushroom Kingdom, learning about all the stuff, going after Bowser. It looks like one nice little touch. The penguin. The penguin area there.
Yes.
It was like the Penguin Kingdom. All of them were Mario 64 penguins.
Mm-hmm.
So
because anybody who ever played that game always threw one of the penguins off the board.
Oh yeah, everybody always dunked it off the side.
Oh yeah. You couldn't play that game and not do that.
So they have hardened themselves and made themselves stronger.
Oh god.
They turned themselves into usual what is this company again? Usual minion fare, but which again, you couldn't really tell that Illumination made this.
Right
off the bat. Really high quality animation, like some of the best from that company. The direct really was awkward for me whenever they brought up the head of the company, Chris. And it's like them talking about Nintendo stuff, and it's a whole Nintendo thing. Shigeru Miyamoto, which is one of the big heads of Nintendo, which he during the whole, like, before they showed the trailer off, it was just kind of sad. I don't know. He looks so happy. I see the picture there, Joe. In the...
You mean that one?
Not that one.
Not that one?
Not that one.
Okay. Which one are... This one here?
No. Actually, if you look over on your actual Google list, third down. That one.
This one. Wait.
To the right from where you're at.
Where was it?
Oh, you were right on it. Sorry, guys.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
There she is. Right there to the left. On that picture. Throw that one on there.
Yeah.
But, no, going down the list again, Anya Taylor-Joy is Princess Peach. Stuff that she's been in is The Witch. She was in Split and The Northman. And she also played Emma, and she's also in Peaky Blinders.
Ah, yes.
Jack Black as Bowser. Perfect. Keegan-Michael Key. Perfect Toad as well.
Right.
For someone that's a talking Toad character that's not just loud shrills and squeaks.
Yeah. I'm also seeing Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yes, he didn't show up, and is probably for good point.
Right.
I'm kind of... okay, I don't hate Seth Rogen, but Seth Rogen has a type of character that he plays.
Right.
And I don't see that as Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Donkey Kong's gonna have the Rogan laugh.
Smoking bananas.
Oh
There we go.
God.
That's what Mario Brothers is going to look like.
Yep, that's what Princess Peach is going to look like in that. Definitely take a look at it on YouTube if you all haven't seen it yet. It's really well done.
See, if I were to be the one making the movie and everything, I would have to do some of my favorite YouTube bits or whatever and kind of throw them in there as far as like the pissed off Mario, where like he goes in and like Toad walks up and he's like, "She's in another castle," and he was just like, he finally finds her and he's like, "Do you not understand? I got to do." He's like, "I'm a mother plumber." And just continuously, he's just like, "I've killed so many mushrooms today," or whatever. Or turtles. He says, "I've killed so many motherfucking turtles today,"
So
or whatever.
my other question...
So I want to, I would love to see the unrated Mario version of that, where he just
my one
flips
question
out.
with this one, they are kind of doing another origin story again. It looks like it. They're doing he pops out from somewhere.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to be, again, if we're going by Chris Pratt's voice, Space from the Guardians of the Galaxy, or just Brooklyn. He tries to do a Brooklyn accent. But, or at least the closest they could do to the Bob Hoskins accent for Chris Pratt.
You know what's really messed up is like watching him in Super Mario Brothers, and actually having like the DVD of it, having the laser disc of it and everything, going through and checking out like nostalgia and watching the movie. Watching Roger Rabbit and being like, this dude's a really good actor. Like, I really enjoy him or whatever like that. And then there's a movie with Jet Li that comes out called Unleashed. And I'm like, wow, Mario's a dick. Like, he's really mean. Like, he's treating Jet Li like a dog. Like, he even had, like, a leash. And he even sits there and says it. Because I didn't know that, you know, I mean, rest in peace. He's been gone for a while. But I didn't know he's British. I had no idea. I literally thought he was from Brooklyn. But he was from Britain.
I mean,
like,
his accent in both that and Roger Rabbit really had the... I mean, he went more toward the Italian
right.
person from Brooklyn for Super Mario Brothers. But at the same time, for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, he had that gumshoe voice down.
Mm-hmm. Well, my two favorite characters would have been him and Christopher Lloyd as the villain.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I felt bad for him, though, with Super Mario Brothers, with Bob Hoskins. I mean, you knew that he, like, was drunk throughout most of that.
Well, yeah. But if you ever get a chance, check out Unleashed, because like when you act, you can really like he doesn't try to mask his voice. Like that's his legit voice, how he talked. And there was a part of the movie where he looks Jet Li in the face and he's like, "You're my dog now," or whatever. And it's like, okay,
gosh.
he's British, but he sounds like a pirate. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, "Holy shit, he was in Hook."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just blew JD's mind.
Jeez.
But that being said, yeah, there was. I do want to kind of see a cameo, like a voice cameo, from John Leguizamo. Like I do want to see him show up in the Mario movie somewhere, because that's just. I mean, he played Luigi in the original, and it would be kind of cool just to kind of hear him kind of come back, even though he was. That movie is shunned by a lot of people. You know, because it's one of the. Like the research I've done, they shunned that movie for being one of the worst video game adaptations. And then you have like I never understood that, because I'm like, why would you shun that movie when you have Doom with The Rock? Like if you're gonna shun any video game adaptation, you need to shun that movie, not Super Mario Brothers. Come on. Alone in the Dark with Christian Slater. Come on, shun that movie. That was what. DOA, okay? Dead or Alive. Like, shun that movie, okay?
I'm laughing because he's sitting here and saying, basically, shun this Ooey Bowl movie. Shun this Ooey Bowl movie.
In the name of the king.
Shun this Ooey Bowl movie.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons. Now I'm just going off a tangent.
Shun.
Yeah, right. House of the Dead. That was a bowl movie. It was. It was fucking horrible.
Don't talk about Ooey Bowl. He might pick up. He might ask you to fight him.
The Dave.
Yeah. Oh.
The king is dead.
But yeah.
I mean, staying like what we're like moving on to another kind of video adaptation that I would love to see. What do you got for us?
Okay, this is a big one. So, as everybody should know, September was a really big month for the leaks and all those surprise drops and everything. So, some of the big leaks that dropped last month were the new Assassin's Creed, which was known as Mirage, which looked like it took place in like a Persia area.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's an Assassin's Creed game. It's more of the same, but at the same time, I'll play it.
Is it Assassin's Creed, or is it just a ploy for another Prince of Persia game?
So actually, I have a good joke for that happened.
Okay.
So whenever they announced Assassin's Creed Mirage, Ubisoft did what Ubisoft does best and showed off, hey, here's our collector's edition and our digital deluxe edition. If you buy this, you get the Prince of Persia skin. So, yeah, you get this Prince of Persia skin, which is inspired by the original Prince of Persia. AKA, you wondered where the Prince of Persia games went? It just got kind of compiled into a transaction.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't remember, like we were talking about, like adaptations and everything, which I'll keep emphasizing on. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, you remember that movie. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Which, I'll sit there and say, it wasn't horrendous. It was an okay movie.
It was just okay, kind of like the Assassin's Creed movie they brought out.
Oh, don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about that one.
Yeah. That one was not okay. I don't think anybody in that movie thought that was okay.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender didn't like it either.
But also another one that dropped was Diablo 4.
Okay.
Got a leak. Someone dropped 40 minutes of gameplay online.
Nice.
Which I heard was really good. It's Diablo, and it went more toward its old school look. So kind of going away from the kind of slightly colorful look of Diablo 3 and just smacking Diablo 2 back into it and how dark as shit that game looked. But no, I'm going to talk about the main event of September. GTA 6.
Oh, here we go.
Not GTA 5 Super Deluxe Special Edition.
Are we sure?
That's running on Amazon Alexa, etc., etc., etc. No, I'm talking about GTA 6. A user on the GTA forums who claims to have also behind the recent hack of Uber, which I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Had dumped nearly 100 videos online claiming to show development footage of Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6, which is currently circulating across pretty much every social media platform. Which was, I should say, depending on how fast Rockstar has taken all that down at this point.
Oh, they were on.
Oh, they were.
They were on it.
Matching much of what Bloomberg reported earlier this year, including that the game will co-star a woman and be set in Vice City. The game has a very Bonnie and Clyde style story because it's got a male protagonist and a female protagonist. And I guess they're either crime buddies or boyfriend-girlfriend. I'm okay with the Vice City. Yes, I am much excited too.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Mainly Vice City.
Right.
That was my favorite
Yes.
map, and I'd love to see what they do with PS5 high-end PC graphics.
Right.
And I didn't look at these leaks because I didn't want to be like, oh my gosh. I actually want to see what Rockstar drops for this.
Right. I do too.
I think it's a main consensus for everybody that I think everybody's favorite was Vice City.
Oh yeah. I think everybody in this room is Vice City.
Yeah, you're right. But the one thing I'm not excited for is escort levels. You know, where you have to escort.
Yeah, I will say.
Like this whole, if you've got two main characters, you're escorting. Everyone.
It'll probably play like GTA 5 did, and you can kind of hop back and forth with the characters. And they might be doing their own little things. Technically, GTA 5 did a really good job controlling 3 characters. And the way they did the 3 character setup, like I said, is you can kind of pop into each of them throughout the story.
Yeah.
Right.
And whenever they're all working together, it doesn't feel like you're escorting each other or, having to protect that other person or anything like that. They did a really good job playing those.
Good.
Yes, I will be looking for anything with Tommy Vercetti as well because he was one of my favorite characters. I really liked that. Basically, for Vice City in general, it was just a kind of a slight off-telling of the Scarface story.
Right.
But it's if Scarface, Tony Montana actually survived, but which I really hope that he's there as just an old disgruntled man,
Right.
sitting there like, you young shits, what are you doing? But no, the videos, the videos are very much in development footage with unfinished textures and models all just built-in or placeholder models all over the place. And code is playing out in real time across many of these footages. The leaker is currently taking requests asking people what else they'd like to see. So he has more. The ballsy part of everything in this thing, the hacker is trying to strike a deal with Rockstar right now. As of what I wrote in this, we don't know what kind of deal. To stop distributing more material, to ensure that the leaker doesn't get sued or arrested. Whatever the case, this is definitely one of the more unprecedented leaks in video game history.
Sounds like a hostage situation. Yeah, I won $1 million in an airplane. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, buddy.
And
we'll give you that.
And I'd like a super duper deluxe edition of this game. But Rockstar did confirm that these are the real leaks.
Oh.
We recently suffered a network intrusion, says Rockstar, in a official statement via Twitter. An unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage for the next Grand Theft Auto. So they admitted it. We do not anticipate any more disruption to our live game services, nor any long-term effect on the development of our ongoing projects. They also added that it's extremely disappointed about the leak and that they will properly introduce us to the game when it's ready.
Well, so it's kind of neat, though. They're kind of turning it into a publicity stunt at this point.
Oh, yeah. And at the same time, bringing in their big bad ban hammers on everybody that has a leak for it.
Right. Exactly.
Well, the two things that I'm looking at is the fact that, like, I'll see this online a lot where people have modded it. Like, mods are a thing now in the present. Like, they've modded Skyrim so many times. Now they're modding Grand Theft Auto games. Like, the mods will never stop. And there is some ridiculous, like, mods on Grand Theft Auto as far as characters and everything like that. The only thing that I'm really looking forward to, and I really hope that somebody throws this out there, is the fact that, as you were saying when you first started reading the story about Uber, how that whole debacle happened and everything like that. If anybody is listening out there and knows how to mod, I'm just asking for one thing. If you have the means and can mod Grand Theft Auto, if you have to sit there and transport any character on that game, can you please make a company or a sign or like maybe something written on the car that you've stolen or whatever, and just put the title on the car of Goober? Because you don't want to get sued by Uber. But you're doing exactly what Uber does in real life, but you can do other messed up shit in the game. So
I have to sit there with the real Dave there and point out that, GTA has been modded for quite a while. At least the newer one, GTA 5, and I think GTA 4 had some good mods too, but 5 has a whole community based around role-playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And I think I've watched some videos of this where people were just playing like gas station bandits, sneaking in and stealing from the gas stations and everything. While at the same time, people role-playing as the cops are showing up. And it just has some stupid stuff happening during all that. And the chases were really good. Yes. I have to find some of those again for maybe next time before we record, so you can see it, because it's hilarious.
Right.
They do a good job with it. Like, and I love the community for that one so far. From at least that RP thing, I got to look up that channel again. But no, I'm kind of excited for GTA 6
when it does drop.
Yeah. Right. I mean, they're doing a great job kind of pushing out more GTA 5 again, making a PS5 upgraded PC version. And
speaking of upgraded PCs...
Oh, God, I actually did put that in.
So, you won't be upgrading your PC with EVGA video cards.
Really?
Not for Nvidia, anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. So EVGA has stopped making video cards, blaming Nvidia for this issue.
Jeez.
Yeah. So EVGA, as we all know, is a titan in the PC component space. It's getting out of the graphics card game. The company posted in its community forum saying that it won't be making next-generation NVIDIA graphics cards, but will continue to sell and support the existing current generation products.
So they're not just outright dropping everything.
No, so
they're not sitting there and saying, fuck this, fuck you, we're out.
Right. So essentially what they've done is they've calculated how much stock they currently have of graphics cards for warranty replacements,
gotcha. Basically,
and replacement parts and all of that. And they've stopped producing sellable graphics cards so that they can support their existing customers. But anyway, EVGA is reportedly making the decision to no longer work with Nvidia because it feels the company was a bad partner, according to both Game Nexus and Jay's 2 Cents, which are two that I actually watch. Mm-hmm. So with the breakdown that I heard from them, essentially, is that Nvidia creates their own cards, too. Mm-hmm. So these board partners like EVGA or I'm trying to think of another brand that makes graphics cards.
Radeon?
Well, that's, Radeon.
So
these companies are now...
Asus.
Yeah. Asus.
MSI.
Thanks to Dave. So these companies are actually competing against the creator of the card. The creator of the card can turn around and sell it for cheaper than any of these board partners can. So why create these cards?
Dave is just he's just John.
God, Dave. So, according to Jay's 2 cents, Nvidia sent the drivers required to take full advantage of the GPU to journalists before it sent them to EVGA, and would keep the manufacturer in the dark about how many GPUs it would get to integrate into its own design and products. Gamers Nexus also reported that EVGA has to sell high-end cards like the RTX 3080 or 3090, soon to be the 4000 series, at a loss of hundreds of dollars in order to keep its prices even remotely competitive with Nvidia's own Founders Edition cards, like I said. EVGA told Gamers Nexus that it intends to stay in business and won't lay off any of its employees. However, it seems extremely likely that the company will have to get smaller or make huge expansions on other projects.
Because they do more than just those.
Well, yeah, they do power supplies and everything else. So, the company also makes power supplies, motherboards, and other PC components. Thanks for that, JD.
You're welcome. No problem, fam.
But it's
like I knew.
It's most like known for its graphics card because VGA is right in the name.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Right.
Yeah, it's their big thing.
Right. So, but it would be interesting since ATI doesn't really make its own graphics cards, right? If they, just started producing ATI graphics cards. Sorry, it's not ATI anymore. It's AMD. So
good save.
Yeah, showing my age now. Right.
Well, we wouldn't need a graphics card or anything. We need a lot of parts, though. We need motherboards.
We do
and stuff
need
like that
motherboards.
For like.
You might need some graphic processing.
What for? What I'm about to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh.
If it has any type of graphical interface so it can see.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Science!
So, it's been a while. It's been a long time. But he is back. He has come. Elon Musk unveils prototype humanoid.
The Musk!
Optimus. Robot. So, Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, has revealed a prototype of a humanoid Optimus robot that shares some AI software and sensors with its car's autopilot driver assistance features. At the start of Tesla's 2022, you should pull up the picture from the article.
Okay.
Just to show what this thing looks like, because it's not entirely like the one that they showed a year ago. About a year ago. It was about a year ago. Same, I think, presentation even.
I believe so, yeah.
Where they had a guy come out in a suit.
Did he look like Optimus Prime?
He looked like a creepy black and white, robot. Yes, he is. He's a very weird... He doesn't give a fuck about what he's doing lately. But at the start of Tesla's 2022 AI Day presentation, Musk acknowledged that they had a guy in a suit last year, but promised something much more impressive to the show. He showed off this new prototype. According to Musk, this prototype can do more than what was shown live, but it was the first time it operated without a tether was that night on stage. Basically, they had it doing a menial task. And he's showing the video he's watching the video of it over there. It's weird looking. But Musk predicted they could hit a price of probably less than $20,000 and later In a Q&A session, he explained that Tesla is very good at building the AI and the actuators necessary for these robotics. I want the backflip robot too.
He's my favorite. I like him a lot.
We got a picture of it up.
Yep.
Did it pop up? Anybody? What do y'all think of that one? It's got the helmet that was from the one that they showed back then.
But the body looks nothing like it should.
Yeah. Oh no, I see that happening. He's slowly building. I mean, he's not hiding the fact that this is called Optimus. That he is slowly creating the Decepticons and.
I'm totally okay with that.
But Musk said that it would help it get capable robots into production and start off by testing within its factories. Basically, they're expecting this to be a mass production setup because they want this to be a mass selling robot, and using the Tesla autopilot AI.
Yeah,
which I don't know what to think. I'm scared. He claimed the difference between Tesla's design and other very impressive humanoid robot demonstrations is that Tesla's Optimus is made for mass productions in the millions of units and to be very capable.
So essentially Skynet.
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
I had to put this in because this was in this article too. Future applications could include cooking, gardening, cat-girl sex partners.
The fuck? My day has come.
That was
you're
Musk.
one of those, huh?
That was from Musk, by the way.
I am so wrong.
But he exclaimed that this mass production could start as soon as next year.
Huh.
So
Okay.
we're very soon about to see robots
Doubtful.
in the world.
Doubtful.
Well,
Musk makes lots of promises.
I know he does. I know. But getting away from the serious stuff.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Nah. Stuff to make your brain explode.
Yes, I have. Right now, I have 3 articles, and I'm going to read through all these all.
Oh god.
Oh god. So
We've started a new segment, the Stupidity Corner.
So I have been trying my best to find the stupid shit on the internet, the weird stuff. So first one on the list, the award for the stupidest trend this year goes to the NyQuil Chicken Challenge. So for this whole thing, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is warning against a social media challenge which involves people coating their poultry in NyQuil. Why? I don't know. Why is this a fucking thing? Why is this...
Read through it and I'll give you my opinions on it.
Because I'm seriously tired of just white chicken nuggets from McDonald's.
It has to be a little blue.
Yes.
Sad like you?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Users on social media are covering their meat in the over-the-counter medication, which is used to treat flu symptoms, cold, and allergies.
Eric is covering his meat in
I knew that's where you were going with that.
over-the-counter medication.
Oh my.
Yes.
Boiling a medication can make it much more concentrating and change its properties in other ways, the FDA explained in a warning, adding that even inhaling the medication's vapors while cooking could cause high levels of the drugs to enter your body. So not only eating this is horrible, but just hotboxing yourself in there with that NyQuil.
I mean, yeah. There was a YouTube video that I checked out where there was a guy who was actually taking all different kinds of alcohols and vaporizing them. And that dude got messed up quick. And it was messed up because he vaporized like Jack Daniels. He vaporized beer. It wasn't that bad. He vaporized the best top shelf box of wine. Mm-hmm. He was messed up. Like the box of wine's what did him in. So I could totally see NyQuil kind of... I mean, if anybody's got problems out there sleeping or whatever like that, just vaporize your NyQuil. That's basically what they're telling you. You'll knock right out.
To go with what you just said, the warning continued. It could hurt your lungs. Put simply, someone could take a dangerously high amount of this cough and cold medicine without even realizing it. Overdosing on NyQuil can cause symptoms such as seizures, severe dizziness, liver problems, and breathing problems, just to name a few, and fatal. Just death.
Yeah, right.
Die. But Dr. Aaron Hartman, a physician and assistant clinical professor of family medicine at Virginia Commonwealth University, that's long, explained why the trend is dangerous and potentially fatal. If you ate one of those cutlets completely cooked, it'd be as if you're actually consuming a quarter to half of a bottle of NyQuil. Think about that for a second.
The nighttime sniffling, sneezing. Oh shit! I just fucked up.
I just died medicine.
You're right.
So, to put that into perspective, when you cook cough medicine like NyQuil, you boil the water and alcohol out of it.
Yeah.
So you're just getting that beautiful, beautiful clump of super concentrated drug in that meat. Why? Why?
To fuck your shit up.
I mean, this is again, I sit there and say the stupidest trend this year. I also say the Darwinist award goes to.
Well, I would say like with Robitussin, like that's been around for years.
Yeah.
When they were talking about robo-tripping, like that's been there. So I mean, NyQuil was the next one in line.
Oh, oh God.
Oh, God. Pirate Queen, why?
Why? I mean, it's just it's a little bit safer than does this smell like chloroform to you?
No, because the next thing will be like, "Hey, little boy, you want some NyQuil or Dayquil?"
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if any of y'all have heard of this channel. It's called Food Theory.
Is it just a theory?
It is just a theory. So,
A food theory?
they also do game theory and movie theory, right?
I know.
Yeah. So, the thing is, this was made bigger by the media. It wasn't a problem. I don't know if y'all have watched the episode or not, but I do want to give it the credit it deserves. Basically, they went through it and they're like, yeah, the FDA basically said stop trying to use medication in your food. And in general, it was a sweeping kind of declaration. But the
Stop that.
yeah, right. But the actual original video came from, I think they said 2009, and it was a prank video. They weren't really they weren't really doing what they were doing, right? And they had some tells in there, like what was it? Using a hair straightener for the tongs to flip the chicken.
Right.
So I mean, it was joke videos.
Right.
It wasn't. Yeah. So, but whenever it blew up this year, the media made a huge deal about it, and so it's not really
As they
a thing.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really a thing, but it's still stupid.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I was like, I'm not probably ever going to be a fan of NyQuil chicken.
Right.
Even if it does become.
I hope not.
Well, I mean, if it starts going into Kroger's and stuff like that or whatever like that, like I'm not sure.
Freshly baked NyQuil chicken.
Oh, this tastes great.
Right.
Like you go into any, like you go to a Meijer or like a Kroger or anything like that, and they have like the place in the store where you can get your, where they can give you like little like chicken wings, or they have like their little thing or whatever like that, and then all of a sudden you see like NyQuil and ZQuil and all this other stuff like being
Benadryl
sold very,
chicken.
very closely to it on like on a end cap or whatever, and you're like, okay, something doesn't make sense. This trend went huge. But I was always told with like taking medication, especially if you go to the hospital and get medication prescribed to you to help you out and everything.
Right.
If you take it with food, it actually dissolves quicker and actually starts taking effect a lot quicker. If you eat medication with food. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just never, probably in my wildest dreams, would ever figure that somebody would sit there and be like, hey, NyQuil, I feel 100%, I'm fine right now, and just start dousing it in their chicken. Like Tyson's chicken, like I can see Tyson chicken and like NyQuil like teaming up together and be like, we're gonna rule the world because Because we're fucking idiots.
Well, they just got to deliver this stuff, and that's the big issue is delivering things lately. Did y'all hear something that happened in Oklahoma?
No, I don't pay attention to Oklahoma.
I don't really hear a lot from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh, Oklahoma had some fun stuff happen in this next article.
Oh, God.
I saw a play one time on at school. That's the only Oklahoma thing I actually ever...
Right, yeah.
Right.
So I pulled this up from the news article. From the local Oklahoma News 9.
Local Oklahoma?
Local. Oh.
Say that 5 times fast.
So this happened on the 28th. So a rollover crash on I-40 in Oklahoma set social media on fire on that last Wednesday after one of the trucks involved appeared to drop all of its load of dildos and lubricant onto the roadway as a result of the incident.
You know, that's not the first time that's happened.
It was a real pain in the ass.
He didn't.
Oh, suction cups.
Why, JD?
So helicopter footage published to YouTube by Oklahoma News 9 shows what appears to be boxes of sex toys and tubes of lube scattered across the roadway near Mustang Road, just outside Oklahoma City. Following the crash, no injuries were reported. Dear Penthouse.
Yeah, right?
God.
No injuries, but a lot of blushing.
A lot of parked cars for some reason. Oh, God. It was a really slippery slope.
It was bumper to bumper.
Oh, God, here's the...
It was a pileup, man. Shit.
Oh, we're trying to be punny.
God, look at all those dicks.
Hey, don't talk about Oklahoma City like that. Those are nice people.
It is, in fact, on YouTube, guys.
It is a whole box of dicks.
It's a whole truckload.
So many dicks. But they were being safe. That's why.
Were any of them trying to run
that's
away
why.
Were any of them trying to run it away off the road?
I don't know. They could have slid off because of the tubes of lube.
The hilarious part about this is the police officer standing around talking to the truck driver. Like, what in the hell happened?
One of the things was apparently that they were really close to an adult store, so this was probably the delivery heading to that store.
Possibly, but if
Yeah.
you actually watch the YouTube and everything, like you think there's somebody that got hurt in the accident because everybody's like looking down on the ground or whatever. No, they're just envious because they're like, "Oh, why?"
Oh.
Damn.
He's still looking through it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to throw that in there, but I had to throw something else in.
Oh,
so,
God.
Joe, again,
Do I even need to look? Or am I just going to sit here and be surprised?
Oh, you're going to be surprised.
Okay. It's one of those nights.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's so great.
Make sure you get enough lube.
Take that with you, man.
Yeah.
You got to get that stuff. So, in your wonderful secret article, I'm reading this with full quotes from the article for you.
Oh, God. Okay.
Can we like tag team it? Can we go?
You want to go back and forth on this one?
Yeah.
Do we need to take turns on this one?
Sure.
Okay.
You're double-siding it?
We're going to hit this one hard.
It's a long article that we're gonna hit hard. We're gonna try to smooth it down. Anyways,
we're going to push through it.
Yeah, right.
Guys.
Ew. All right, so can I take first line?
Yes.
All right,
This is
I'll
the
take-
article header.
Yeah, the article header. 90-day fiance star sells her farts in jars, then suffers health scare.
The hell?
Exactly.
So what is... So... Okay.
No.
Hold on. Besides the fact that the whole thing is disturbing, what does the fact that she sold her farts in jars, probably to some sick OnlyFans bullshit, have to do with her having a health scare?
We were get to that.
Oh, okay.
So, now you may wonder why anyone would buy Stephanie Mateo's farts as opposed to someone else's. Well, Mateo rose to fame, appearing on the reality TV show 90 Day Fiancé, and then subsequently became a social media staple with over 100K followers on TikTok and 375 subscribers to her YouTube channel.
375,000.
Yeah. How much were they going for?
You ready for this? Are you ready for this? By the way, that truck that crashed in Oklahoma City, that was delivering to her house. $10,000 a jar.
Oh, God.
Yeah. According to the Post in Jam Press. Not kidding.
That couldn't have been more perfect.
Yes. How do you say your last name again?
Mateo?
I'm going to say Mateo, or it could be Matto.
Matto. Mateo Matto. Potato.
Mateo.
Right. Was producing up to 50 fart jars a week.
Jesus Christ.
That's quite a lot of...
Man, I could
Flatus.
produce so many.
to produce, unless you
So many.
sleep with a jar on your butt. You ain't going to catch wind of everything that comes out of your rear.
I love
All I gotta do is eat some
Stop.
dairy.
No. Bad. So apparently, Matto changed her diet to give her more gas. Jam Press described her diet as fiber high, living pretty much entirely off beans and eggs.
Oh.
That's horrible.
Oh. I
She
guess the quality of the farts really started
You want to make
to
it worse?
stink.
Protein shakes. She realized consuming protein shakes can make her farts smell even worse. She added them to the mix, because who wants farts that don't smell bad?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So I'll start with this one here.
Okay.
Due to this heavy diet consumption, she started having issues that seemed in line with the heart attack that went to the hospital.
Yeah.
As Matto related, I didn't tell my doctors about the farting in the jar, but I did tell them about my diet. The doctors eventually determined that she wasn't having a stroke or heart attack, obviously, but instead was having gas pains. Mateo Matto told Jam Press.
Makes it so much better.
I was advised to change my diet to take the gas suppressant medication, which has effectively ended my business.
Which, again, apparently she was making almost 100K a week.
God.
I really don't know if I want to live in a world where, like, I mean,
Yes, this article is sponsored by White Castle. Hashtag.
Not really.
I really
And also
don't know.
sponsored by White Castle's Florida 1,000 crate deal.
Oh, God.
Look it up. It exists.
I really don't know if I want to live in a place where, I mean, I understand people will sell a lot of ridiculous stuff and make money off of it.
Let me just eat a block of cheese.
Yeah, right?
Let me eat a block of cheese, wait about half an hour to an hour, and I'll produce 50 jars in one day.
Yeah, because we need to get paid for this.
Right.
We need to make some money.
Who listening wants to buy a jar of Joe farts?
No.
We can call them. We can bring them out and be like, we're calling this Bazooka Joe.
Yes.
I just aged myself right there. I don't care.
God help us. So, I have to sit there and go with this one. And again, this is from the article, so it's so good. The bottom line is trying to increase the gas in your intestines is probably not a good idea. So if your business
No,
is somehow
shit.
running on such natural gas, you might want to find another source.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Oh, I'm going to say it again, man. This article really stinks.
Oh, gosh. Why? First,
I feel bad for her having to go to the hospital and stuff because that just seems like a shitty situation.
But you know one thing she didn't do?
blow out her O-ring.
She didn't shit the bed.
Yeah, I heard lost money.
Oh,
I don't even know who. Like, she's supposed to have all these followers and everything like that. I have no idea who it is.
right.
Just the sheer idea of it. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what? I'm just trying to think. Was she sitting on her couch? And it was just like, or whatever just happened. It was like, I can make money. Like, that was your idea that came to your head? It's like, oh my God. Like, how do you think of something like that?
You can thank certain other streamers out there that sat there and did stuff like, oh my God, I could sell my bathwater.
Right.
There's a certain person that sounds really close to a Nintendo franchise, for example. I think that was that person. Sorry if it isn't, but jeez. There's that person. There's a few. Like, there's the usual hair.
Yeah. Hair, toenail clippings.
Was it feet pics? I think that's a big one out there.
I mean, one of the
The hell was a foot pic?
Like, just pictures of your feet.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Like, just because there's a lot of foot fetishes out there.
I'm sitting there thinking like some kind of pick you pick skin off of your foot with.
Oh, no.
good Lord.
Right.
You just started a new kink. Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
What have you done?
All right.
Next big idea.
Stop.
If Musk is listening to us right now, he's just like, I want to make more money.
Good. I'm trying to think of
What?
what? The other, gosh, there's so much bad stuff. I mean, all of OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man.
My gosh.
So speaking of the Jay's 2 cents and what was the other guy's name? Nexus.
Yes.
Right? Gamers Nexus. There's another guy out there that you're probably both familiar with, or at least JD, I know you are. Linus Tech Tips.
Yes.
They had a YouTube episode where they did a OnlyFans episode where they started their own OnlyFans.
Oh gosh.
Right.
Oh no. Also,
imagine. Right.
why, Dave?
Shavings of dead skin. Yes, Dave. Yes, we are.
Do we have a dill for you?
A dill? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a deal for you off the side of the Oklahoma interstate. Dicks. Dicks all the way down.
I don't really, like, you could, there's nothing you can not say about that article that's not going to come off ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Trying to make sure I get this all situated.
Just so everybody knows, Dave loves pickles. He orders them offline from Oklahoma City.
Did you see what I put in there?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Cool.
But yeah, I guess there's a couple of things we could sit there and say here. You want me to go ahead and start the ending?
Yeah, that's fine.
We've been going for quite a while.
Yeah, we've been hour and a half actually.
I guess I could do. We kind of are wanting to do some extra little stuff. So, what was that? A sentence of the night.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Sentence of the night. Stuff that over the week I've heard, and it's just kind of funny to sit there and look back upon just the way it was said.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Sentence of the night, guys.
Sentence of the night. Sentence of the night that I got. Fuck you, man.
I like that.
I'm sorry there, Dave. Don't be bored at the bar. But
yeah, go home and be bored there.
Just remember, Dave, as always, like, comment, and follow our Facebook and Instagram, Republic of the Geek. If you like this podcast, support us through our Anchor page, anchor.fm/podcastorDie, as well as through our Twitch channel, which you've been listening as well.
Maybe.
I hope. Every little bit helps. Sorry, Pirate Queen.
Why?
Stop kirking me around.
Guys, y'all have a great night, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yay.
Bye.
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 Bye.